Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I'm Joe.
I'm Skyler.
And welcome to Wrestle Riot, the #1 wrestling debate talk show on YouTube. Skyler, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Ready to go. Let's get it going, man.
Ready to go. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. By the way, if you watch this video, it's not enough. Hit that like button, subscribe, get notified, hit that little bell, and get notified whenever we drop videos. We appreciate your support. Also, we also just got a Twitter account down below. You'll see the Twitter address. Give us a follow, and we thank you for support. All right, Skyler. Our first topic of the day: USA Network is a little upset about SmackDown getting all their stars. Recently, Becky Lynch won the SmackDown Women's title and moved over to SmackDown. Brock Lesnar is going to be in a feud against Roman Reigns. He moved over to SmackDown, and of course, we know Edge, was on Raw and then moved to SmackDown after WrestleMania. How do you feel? First of all, is it fair? Does USA have a fair point, and how do you feel about it?
They have a point. There is more stars on SmackDown than Raw, but they should have seen that coming when they made the deal with Fox. Like, you're USA and this is Fox. This is a big difference. For SmackDown, everybody knew SmackDown was going to be the premier show and Raw was going to be the secondary show. And it's not that they don't have stars. They don't have writers. They have Ricochet. They have Bobby Lashley. They have, SmackDown does have the bigger stars, but they're going to shake it up. They're going to move people back and forth. I kind of thought Brock Lesnar was going to go after Bobby Lashley. I was surprised that he went for Roman Reigns. So I think Raw USA Network thought that it was going to come, that if Brock Lesnar was to come back, it would be on Raw. Because I definitely thought that. How about you?
But I wanted that. But if you think about it, having Paul Heyman manage Roman Reigns, that's a built-in story there already. We haven't had a promo, and we really know kind of the story already.
Oh yeah, it's definitely better that he went after Roman Reigns. But all the stories were that he didn't want to fight Roman Reigns again, that he didn't want to have that match again, and that Bobby Lashley was like dying to have a match with Roman Reigns. With Brock Lesnar.
I agree. And I think the match would be good, but the build-up, who knows where that build-up is going to be and what that build-up, would be like. First of all, are you going to have Heyman working for Roman and Brock?
Yeah. I get it. It's much better. I like it way better the way it is.
The match is fresher and that's newer. But if you're gonna have promos, it's not gonna really matter. MVP's good, but there is no built-in story there. The whole idea is the match. And also, I think with Saudi Arabia coming up, I think this is probably gonna happen at Saudi Arabia. I think having Brock against Roman is more of a big time match if you're going to have it there in Saudi Arabia. So and I said that right then without any promos or anything, there's already a built-in story.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's a better storyline. It's better for WWE the way they're doing it now. But I was just surprised. I thought that it was going to be Bobby Lashley, which it will have to be eventually. They have to give us that match.
And I agree with you on the writing on Raw. There are potential next stars on Raw, but they're not being booked right, and they're not. The
Karrion Kross.
I know.
What in the world is the porn star doing over there? Like, what did they do to that guy? He had a great entrance. Now he looks like he's about to get in the dungeon, do some nasty stuff.
And the problem there is, I think, the best thing, we were talking about the best thing going on WWE is Roman Reigns and was the Edge and Seth Rollins storyline. And those guys have a big hand in what's going on. Roman has a big hand in his character. The one thing that he stated to WWE is that I don't I either open the show or I close the show. I'm not in the middle. He's
Right.
not being a yes man. I think he learned from being a yes man. He was saying stuff like sucker and succotash and stuff like that. He learned not to go that way and to stand up for yourself. Karrion Kross, I mean, you heard his promo on NXT a couple about a month ago. He said that he really wants to be a champion and he wants to be in the main roster. So he's really saying, okay,
Whatever
I'll do
you want me
anything
to
you
do.
put me in anything. I mean, FTR shared when before they left, they were giving some wacky, costumes to wear and wacky stuff to wear, and they were laughing. They thought it was a rib, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are serious? That's what you really want us to do?" So, WWE will come up with some crazy stuff. Some of the investors need to, I always talk about Steve Austin was almost to the
Chilling the
McCrees.
freeze.
Sometimes the wrestlers have to stand up for themselves, say, "No, we're not doing
Not
that.
happening.
You're not happening." Like Hulk Hogan say, "Don't work for me, brother." Sometimes you have to say no because they have a bad record for having crappy storylines, and crappy ideas.
They have to give him his old story.
I know. I mean, they should keep what he had, and I mean, I know, everybody's talking about the smoke, and there are some people on the main roster are going to say, wait a minute, why does the new guy get smoke and I don't get smoke?
Because he's the new guy. This is how it is.
Well,
But even all right, take out the smoke. All right, no smoke. His that bird flying, that's cool.
I agree.
He could do the same entrance with the girl. She comes out and sings, and then all of a sudden you look and he's in the ring with his, he could have done the same thing. You don't need to smoke
and make him win, make him dominant.
Well, they did. They did do that.
No,
the first time. They messed it up the first time.
Well,
they did.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? First time, first impressions are everything. I mean, they're already chanting hardy at him in NXT. Okay, that when you lose, it really hurts you. I mean, back in the day when wrestlers debuted, I mean, freaking Brutus the Bar Beefcake was undefeated for like a year. Okay, when he first came.
And they would wrestle scrubs and have squash matches.
I'm not saying make him world champion, but you can have him dominate for a while, okay, and build him up. I mean, even when they had Ryback come in and win match after match after match. He was dominant for a while, and then he moved up, and then we found out that he sucked. But still, when you build a character up, it makes him better. You can have him dominate, certain amount of guys, and have him dominate, have him build up. But when you have him come in and lose, it hurts them.
Definitely. I mean, hey, you can't dress him like an idiot either.
I know. But, Raw's booking is horrible. I mean, even this week, there wasn't any, besides the main event, there wasn't hardly any, there was fresh matches. But the booking is, I mean, even, the Miz and Morrison turn. I mean.
That was okay. You could have smashed it, but that was okay. You know what No, but even it had a real fight vibe to it. It wasn't it looked like they were really about to fight. The way he was trying to get up and he was kicking them.
They're two of the best, performers out there, I think. So
and it's exciting for
But then they're giving you the match next week. What's that?
What?
Okay. They're giving you the match next week.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's stupid. Say that. Okay?
They should be interfering in each other's matches, chasing each other down, beating the other one up in the back. We don't need matches.
I know. Sometimes
they used to never do this. This is a new thing they've started.
I know.
They used to go that route. Like Morrison would come out to fight, like say Ricochet, and all of a sudden he comes out and interferes, and then later that night that Morrison's going to interfere in his match, or he's going to catch him in the back. Like that's what they should do. That always works. Simple as always works.
I agree. It's like the press conference in boxing and UFC matches. Where we hear the trash talking, but they never touch. When they do touch, it's kind of like pushing him back for. So we're excited to see the fight. So when the fight night comes, we're excited to see it.
Because you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So WWE should do that. Don't give me the match because I got a feeling we're going to see Edge versus Morrison now for the next 10 weeks. Okay,
And then they'll be main event, and then it'll be the main
yeah.
event.
Okay,
Yeah,
we see
yeah.
this already. But
But
I think
I do like it. I did like the turn on him on Morrison. I can't wait to see what Morrison's gonna do.
I know. I hope this elevates Morrison. I think Morrison can be elevated, to be a champion. I'm really upset. I'm really tired of Bobby Lashley as champion.
Yeah, I was just about to say Bobby Lashley's championship is done.
I
I
mean, I
mean,
mean,
you can't have two dominant champions on both brands.
yeah, he's kind of like the Wish version of Roman Reigns. You know?
Yeah, like he's the poor man's Roman Reigns.
Yeah. They both kind of like I feel like I'm watching the same show with like lesser talent on Raw. You know, I think Raw
Which
and
is
SmackDown should
it
have
could be
different.
good. Raw could be good. Take
Yeah,
Bobby Lashley, move him to SmackDown. Let him feud with Roman Reigns, or let him feud with Brock Lesnar after he wins, or whatever. And
yeah,
then
definitely.
bring some of those guys over there. Like Edge should be Raw champion and fighting Matt Riddle and AJ Styles. You could have some really good matches on Raw if
Well,
you
I think
book it right.
there's rumor that Edge is going to Raw, and I think he should. I think he's done it. He's done
Me
everything he
too.
could do at SmackDown. I
He
think,
should definitely beat Bobby Lashley for the title.
yeah, and I think you can have him feud with AJ Styles. That'd be another great match,
Yep.
and and give him some
I
fresh
feel
music.
like
Help.
Edge is bumping out dream matches.
Yeah.
Edge is the best thing about WWE right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, he is.
Because you had his Daniel Bryan match, you had the Roman match, you have now um, Seth Rollins, and now we can get AJ Styles versus Edge. That'd be amazing for a title.
Yeah, and I really think they need to also work on character development on Raw. I mean, we said what we think of
They need to work on character development and all of wrestling
yeah, I know.
on WWE.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. They have Drew McIntyre should be that whole we said that whole feud with Jinder Mahal stunk. Okay, he should be a badass. Rather than a smiley goofy heel that wants to go out and drinking. They should work on him. They really should work on the characters. I think having Edge there
Drew
and him making
McIntyre
the
should go
champion.
back to being Drew McIntyre who attacked Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't
That's
understand what works. Keep it. He was not like Stone Cold, but John Moxley ish.
when he came in NXT, when he came back from
But I mean, even I
when he,
know like when he first NXT knows how to develop a character because they have Triple H and Shawn Michaels. But
well
once
they
they get to
kind of
WWE,
also
once they get to
everybody wants
Raw,
this guy.
it changes. But he had that because he was a mid card guy for a while with that personality, and then he just attacked Brock Lesnar as a face. Remember, he was a heel for a long time,
Yeah. Well, I
and
remember his
he
match against Kurt Angle that was good on Raw. That I was like, wow, that guy's good. He was NXT champion, in NXT, and I think he was good. So
But
I,
when he
I
attacked Brock Lesnar and with that whole rise to his championship, is how he should have stayed.
yeah,
He should have never turned into like trying to be a mic guy. He's not.
yeah,
Give him
and like
somebody to speak for him.
naming his sword and everything.
He should have somebody to speak for him. And every now and then, like Roman, like bust into a few words, and then
And
he just might
listen,
not be good at promos. I don't think Roman Reigns is good at promos.
I'm not
When he's put
mad.
on the spotlight to do a promo, it's not doesn't come off good.
I'm not mad at Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte. I think that's a good match. But if Lily becomes the women's champion, I'm gonna be upset.
That's not gonna happen.
I mean,
I think I heard they're just testing the Lily thing out, see if they could sell
did
a
you
doll.
first of all, did you see that promo on Raw? Charlotte Flair's promo. It kind of like it was like two promos. Like they had one promo.
Yeah,
They had
well, I didn't get the fireworks and the theme song to play in the
and
middle
then
of the
all of a
promo.
sudden another promo. I'm like, what's that?
I thought that was the end of her promo.
I'm like, why? She got two promos?
Someone was like, "Hey, you got about 10 more minutes, girl. You need to keep it going."
keep it going, keep it going. Her promo was really good though. They both were really, but she has she have her dad's swagger.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
She's the best.
They're gonna miss her when she's gone. Okay, when she's gone, it's gonna be like John Cena. Oh my God, you're back, Charlotte Flair. She's gonna be one of those guys that when people come back, oh my God, thank God you're back. But they really should bring up more. I mean, Where's Liv Morgan? She was dominating SmackDown, before Money in the Bank, and they're using her. Asuka,
Where's the
one of
Queen
the
of
best women's wrestlers
Spades?
of all time, is sitting at home doing
Where's the
nothing.
Queen of Spades? Doing a
I know.
stupid thing with Nia Jax.
Didn't they break up? Why are they also on the team? And why are you like, oh, you're hanging out with Charlotte? Like, you're the Queen of Spades. You dominated people. Choke her out. Choke everybody out.
She should be. I thought when you could get that feeling somebody's gonna come out and either attack Charlotte or give a promo. And when it was Alexa Bliss, I thought it was gonna be the Queen of Spades. I thought she was gonna come out.
The one good thing about I was thinking about if they make what's her name? Oh, I'm blank now. Becky Lynch, a heel. Is it when Bailey comes back and when Sasha Banks, where she's at, comes back, if they make it kind of like the Four Horsewomen a unit, like even make it on both shows.
Right? Oh yeah, that would be cool.
They can represent
really cool.
They can represent like the old guard and like the new guard. To be like the younger women.
That would be really cool.
You guys are taking it, but WWE don't do cool stuff like that. That's what they should do. They should make them like a unit. Like even
I feel like AEW has too many factions, and I feel like WWE doesn't have enough.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. All right. For our second segment, we're going to talk about a lot of wrestlers, speaking of AEW, are going over to AEW. CM Punk already debuted. He even rumored or hinted that Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, is coming to AEW. There are rumors about Braun Strowman and Adam Cole, baby, and Bray Wyatt possibly coming to AEW.
I don't think Bray Wyatt is a good fit for AEW. I think AEW's everything is in ring work. Like that's where they hang their hat on. It's their in-ring matches. Their promos are like they promo match. I don't think Bray Wyatt is very good in the ring. And I don't think the Fiend thing definitely won't work in AEW because they're trying to come off as a real legit like UFC style, like making more of a sport than it is an entertainment. They keep track of records, and I don't think that whole Fiend character idea would work. I think they've already kind of dropped the ball with Andrade.
Yeah.
Like he had one bad match that nobody seems to love, and it's kind of he lost his flair. Well, I don't know if he lost the flair because it's CM Punk, or it's just that one bad match kind of ruins it.
Well, I think give him time. Everybody thought the same thing about Miro, and I think Miro right now is one of the best things going in AEW right now. Okay,
but I still unless Bray Wyatt has some character that we are not aware of. And
I think he does.
Like a badass guy that's going to come in and do real wrestling. I just don't. I think he's better off going to Impact.
Here's the thing about
and he can still, since he's Impact, jump over to AEW.
AEW right now, you're right. They're more, concentrating on the in-ring stuff, on the indie stuff, and they're drawing over 1 million rings right now. That's a good start. But if you want to grow and if you want to compete, okay, you have to get more of the entertainment. You have to draw. There's some WWE fans that like the entertainment style. Okay, now WWE is too much entertainment and not enough on the right. So they should Impact AEW should grow. Don't go fully, but you can draw and grow more in the entertainment side.
Impact is sitting in the perfect position.
Yeah,
they're in the middle right now on the outside looking out. If I was Impact, I'd try to do a WWE style with AEW mix and blend it together and see what I get.
But the thing is, AEW has the money.
Yeah, Impact doesn't
to do it right now. And I think Bray Wyatt is a good fit. I don't care if you're AEW. I mean, he should be in WWE. He shouldn't be available right now. The fact that Bray Wyatt,
that's crazy. You're right.
Is unbelievable. Okay, everybody talks about AEW signing all all these WWE guys. Listen, AEW is a brand new company that started 2 years ago. Okay, they built a roster because they can't think of, in 2 years, that Bray Wyatt, that top guy in WWE, he's gonna be available, and then Braun Strowman's gonna be available, and then Daniel Bryan's gonna want to come to us.
CM Punk is gonna come sign.
They couldn't think that way. Okay, so they built a roster to last, for the future. Now,
are you sure? Yeah, I think they did now. I think they knew a lot of wrestlers.
You can't.
Contracts are coming up. Not the firing, but the contracts ending.
Listen, when they started,
I'm sure they had their eye on Adam Cole.
But when they
Pete
started,
Dunne is another one they're gonna have their eye on.
But when they started, WWE started signing everybody to big long-term contracts. Okay,
Yeah,
and WWE said, no, we're signing people now.
They were signing people just to sign them.
WWE changed their ideas for maybe a possible sale. Who knows? I heard a rumor today that one wrestler said that Disney's going to buy him in the future. Listen to that. But AEW, they shouldn't sign, and they haven't signed everybody. I mean, all the people that are attacking AEW for signing WWE talent. Hey, WWE made their name on a lot of old WCW talent. Austin,
I mean, it's great for wrestling. Don't get me wrong. It's great for wrestling. And no matter how many people AEW signs, I'm sorry, there's never going to be fans that watch AEW and not WWE. WWE is always going to have their fan base.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's going to be now WWE fans are going to switch over to watching both.
Oh,
but it's never going to go like, oh, I like AEW and I'm not going to watch WWE.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. Like we're bored to tears on Raw, but we still tune in every week to see what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. When if AEW is around in 30 years, there's people that are going to be loyal to AEW and say, "Listen, a new company comes around, no, I'm still going to watch AEW." I can't go over it. I may like a little bit, but I can't. I mean, just take a look at the NFL. All right, anytime there's an XFL or there's an arena, another league, people say, "I'm not watching that." But they don't watch it. They don't say you don't take the time to say, okay, let me see what this is like. Let me look it. But because they're used to that, because they're told that the NFL is the only football to watch. That if you're not watching the NFL, you're not watching real football. So
but I am one of those guys that I tried the other football. It's just not the talent. Well, you can see there's no talent.
Yeah, I get you. But there's some people that won't even try. They won't even look. They'll only say, okay, I'm only going to watch the NFL.
Like AEW, wrestling is different because talent is talent. It's not like WWE has all the talent and there's nothing else.
If the XFL could sign away, if
the NFL was like, hey, Antonio Brown right now would have been great for the XFL.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying if they could just sign away, if they said, okay, we're gonna cut Peyton, Tom Brady now, and he's signed with the XFL, people are gonna watch the XFL.
Right.
And is the XFL?
It's a different way of running.
Are they bad for wanting to sign Tom Brady? Are they bad for wanting to sign? If Michael Thomas wanted to come, the XFL, they say no. We're trying to be different than the NFL. No, say come on along. Here's a jersey, But I think Bray Wyatt is a perfect fit for every company. And here's the thing about these wrestlers, these guys that AEW signing. It's not only for their talent; it's for their mind. They're a brand new company, and to bring in guys like Big Show, even that worked for he saw WCW and WWE for the last 20 years. Okay, to have Mark Henry, who worked in the training center in WWE in training new stars and picking new stars. To have him work for WWE is big, just for his mind. CM Punk, who is a very not only a good wrestler, but a very good on promos and can help people grow. Daniel Bryan the same way. He worked in creating for SmackDown the last couple of years. You're
right, but I just don't think. I think Bray Wyatt's gonna be an Impact. That's my guess. If I were gonna guess,
I think Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's too big to be an Impact. Okay, and Bray Wyatt has a great mind to they said that a lot of his ideas got turned down by WWE. He might have great characters that we never even heard of and I think if he can come up with the Fiend and he can come up with Bray Wyatt, the cult leader, who knows what he can come up with? Who knows what great ideas he has when you have a company that says, "Well, listen." I mean, you heard CM Punk last night. He said it. He said these people listen. Okay, so Tony Khan said, "What you got? Give me your ideas." And if you let him grow, my God, what he become? And I think he can be, something totally great for AEW. What do you think, Skylar? You there?
Like I said, I think he's he's not going to fit in AEW. I think his his ideas are great, like you said, but I think he still wants to wrestle. I don't think he just wants to be a brain behind the thing.
No, I'm not saying a brain behind the thing. I think he'll be the brain behind his character and have his character grow. Bray Wyatt has a great mind. Not only, I'm not talking about for other people, for himself. He can come up with great characters, and he's not a bad wrestler. I think he's a pretty good. His dad was IRS. His uncle was Barry Windham. I mean, he has a lot of wrestling in his blood. So I think he could be. I think he was turned down in WWE, and with a company like AEW that will say, no, we're going to turn you up. We're going to let you go. I mean, I think he can help that company grow to great. All right. Speaking of AEW, AEW in the ratings so far has hit a plateau. They got 1.2 for when CM Punk debuted, and now for the first Dynamite feature CM Punk, they got a 1.1, and a lot of people have criticized Dynamite, saying that it hasn't that they capitalize on CM Punk coming back and bringing they're going to have a lot of new faces and new ears watching them and listening to them. Skylar, what do you think AEW can do to improve in the future?
Daniel Bryan. Wait until they get Daniel Bryan. Look what CM Punk did. And I don't think his promo was that great that he cut. I was expecting a much better promo. I know it was heartfelt and it was tearful, but it wasn't like a pipeline great promo. I was disappointed. Like, it was definitely emotional.
I think
I know. And I know Booker T was like, it wasn't that good because he was hating on WWE. That I didn't feel that. I just felt like
I don't think he did at all. I think he mentioned one. I mean,
he
you
mentioned
haven't
it
talked
once.
about it in years, and
He mentioned it once, but it was still. It just felt like it fell flat.
I don't think so. I think his comment
you love
about
the guy. The guy can go up there and talk about anything. You're gonna be like, oh, it's great.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I do love the guy. Okay, and I was in tears in the promo. Okay, but let me tell you something right now. His comment where he said on he gave a date when he left the Ring of Honor, and he gave this day. He says, "This day I left wrestling. This day I come back to wrestling." It wasn't that much. That's the thing about CM Punk. He can say so much by saying so little. Okay, he didn't have to cut a bite bomb. First of all,
but it was his first promo in 7 years.
His small.
That's maybe what I'm talking about. If that was like this week, he would have delivered a promo like that. But it just to me, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Write a comment. Let me know how you feel.
You're wearing a cowboy hat, Skylar. You're wrong about a lot of things. Okay.
This is coming from a Giants fan.
All right, we don't got that kind of time. All right. But the problem is, first of all, let's see him Punk grow. First of all, he just got there. He's like he said we got a lot of stuff we can't get all into once, and the crowd boo. Like, what do they want? They want everything tonight. What's gonna happen? Okay, I think first of all, let this match with Darby Allin grow. I think it's gonna be a pretty good match. We're gonna find out how good a wrestler he still is. Can he still go? It's a great person to go against. It's a hard person to go against because he's not forgiving at all. But I think as he grows in, having him against MJF is going to be a great. That's going to be a pipe bomb. Okay.
Oh yeah. He'll definitely. I know he's good at promos. That's why I was like, what? That was it.
Booker T. The only promo that we know you from was when you used the N-word to Hulk Hogan. Okay, all right. What promo did he ever do that really got us going? Okay, listen, I love Booker T. He's a great wrestler. Okay, well, I was a fan of him the Harlem Heat days, but you shouldn't judge promos. Okay, all right. And first of all, he works for WWE. We saw Roman said something about CM Punk. Those are WWE shields that that you really can't tell if they're saying this or this the company saying this to try to smear at CM Punk. But I'm glad that WWE and all the wrestlers care so much about CM Punk, care so much about AEW because
How about R-Truth throwing a little shade towards?
I don't know if that's real. I've been looking at that. I don't know that because I look at a lot of tweets about CM Punk about R-Truth.
But like I said, I don't think WWE's worried about it. They're not going to take away viewers from WWE to watch AEW.
Just CM Punk, no, because I think CM Punk fans were already watching AEW because
right, and
AEW,
I think just because they watch WWE, and now they'll probably watch both. I'm not saying no WWE fans are going to watch AEW, but no AEW. There's no WWE fan going like, oh, I just watched AEW last night. I'm done with WWE. It's not going to happen.
But when you move Daniel Bryan over, when you move Bray Wyatt over, okay, Adam Cole a little bit because people that watch.
Too bad. It would be amazing and terrible for WWE if they were on the same time, the same night. Now you got a war. Now you got a Monday Night War. Now you got a Friday Night War.
Well, I don't think they would do that.
As long as they're on separate times and not at the same time, it's never really going to matter. Because people are going to watch both.
Well, here's the thing is, listen, we're crazy and we like wrestling and watch all the time. Some people don't want to watch wrestling every
And your casual wrestling fan isn't going to watch
so
AEW,
some people are
going
to say, okay, listen, okay, I want to watch wrestling, but I don't want to watch it 5 days a week. So you know what? Raw is boring to me. SmackDown's okay, but I really.
I'm married. I got to find time to watch my wrestling. I can't just watch it live every night. My wife don't want to sit there and watch.
But
Monday Night Raw, Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night AEW. Like she's like, is there enough wrestling? And not to mention, I'm a huge football fan, so we got that too.
Yeah. So so there's so much competition there that that some people don't have time to watch everything, so they'll pick and choose. So you don't have to have. So even WWE got upset when WCW when they made their Monday Night War because they wow you're picking the same. Even that they weren't going to win the war, you're going to take viewers that were going to watch us. Because there's some viewers that love WCW and they watch WWE. People that love WWE and they'll watch WCW. Now you put them in the same night. Now you're making them choose. Now you're making them say, okay.
I think that would be great.
I don't think awesome. AEW would do listen, AEW is a new company. The fact that we're 2 years and we're even talking about them competing, hell of a win. Because there's a lot of companies that don't even last 2 years, nonetheless lasting in a pandemic. Okay, that now they
you also have to wait and see because Impact in the beginning was TNA Impact was awesome in the beginning.
They went on Monday nights and they got killed. Okay,
but I'm saying there was a time where it was looking like there's going to be two brands and it was looking real good and everybody was excited and then they fell flat. And then I think their big mistake was bringing Hogan to help run the company. And he got rid of. They had the cool octagon ring. They got rid of that.
Yeah. We can go all night on what mistakes Impact made, but I think what AEW needs to do, AEW needs to work on their. First of all, one thing they need to do is work on their development, on their moments. Sometimes they fall flat on producing their moments. WWE does a great job on it. I think the way they produced the CM Punk's debut was pretty good. They caught the moment. They caught that fan crying that's been on SportsCenter. So whoever cameraman caught that, great job. But like in the past, when they had big moments, they didn't capture it well on camera. And like the whole blood and guts match when Jericho fell and everything, they had a hard time catching the moments.
That's their issue. Is their production.
Yeah. Production.
That's what makes WWE feel so big league.
And it's
so bright and productive
And WWE has their marquee events. I think AEW needs to work on what I'm not like. They don't even know what their WrestleMania is. Some people say it's All Out. Some people say it's their
Yeah, you
first.
have to have your Super Bowl.
You have to have. You gotta have your Super Bowl. You gotta have your WrestleMania. You gotta have your NBA Finals. You gotta have your World Series. It's all gonna. If you're gonna have a real sport feel, it's all gonna be for something.
Definitely. For them, especially what they're trying to produce over there, is that they're a real they're trying to go with the whole real sport, not sports entertainment.
Yeah, but even WWE has WrestleMania, where that's the granddaddy. That's the one we go for. That's the big show of the year, and I think they need to. I think they need to work on that. Like I said, they're a new company. They're a brand new company. There's a lot of time for them to grow and everything, and I think they're in good shape. WWE's a $1 billion company. Are they going to beat WWE? No, I think WWE is gonna sell eventually and go off. But they should worry about getting themselves better, not worry about being better than WWE.
And they're doing a great job. They're doing a fantastic job. Like I said, if they get that production like WWE, man, the sky's the limit.
I know. Well, I'm excited. CM Punk said, "Be patient." Bryan Danielson's on the way. Who knows? Adam Cole's on the way. A lot of great things are coming for AEW.
I think Adam Cole, his best decision he could ever make is go to AEW.
I think so too. Because I look
WWE
at him and
ruin him.
I love Adam Cole, and
I don't know what kind of storylines Vince McMahon said for them to come up with.
That's probably the bad thing.
I think they would bury it.
They said come up with
and I think who should come up with the Adam Cole storyline if he's going to stay in WWE? Adam Cole.
Yeah, I know.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
I know.
They should be writing his story.
I mean, who knows? They said, okay, Adam Cole, see this max we're gonna give this to Killian Cross, but we're gonna give it to you.
And I really believe WWE losing 2 guys was a stupid decision. Out of all the people that fired and went to AEW, only 2 of them was stupid for WWE to do. And not because it made AEW better than them. It's because they had 2 gems, and they just let them go. It was Aleister Black and now Bray Wyatt.
I know.
Aleister Black, he's my favorite thing going in AEW right now.
I know. I didn't like how they made him how Arn Anderson blocked his kick.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was stupid.
He kicked his arm right off.
I know. I mean,
not literally. He shouldn't have made his arm fall off, but you know what I mean. That would be in WWE.
Definitely are using him. I think his promo before the match was good. I mean, Aleister Black's great. I sent you a picture of him training with CM Punk.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a great feud. Those two working together. WWE have great talent already. They have great talent. They have AJ Styles, Ricochet.
There's 2 more guys that should leave WWE and go to AEW, and maybe that would be about it. Is Ricochet should definitely be in AEW. He's wasting every moment of his talent in WWE.
I know.
And Nakamura. Get the hell out of there. Go to AEW.
I know. Nakamura is crazy. I mean, and speaking of Raw, Elias is dead.
Yeah, he's 4.
He's dead though. He's dead. Yeah. I heard the promo 50 million times. Okay.
And you see what this casket said? If you didn't know any better, you'd be like, what baby died at 4 years old? There's a baby Elias stuff?
I don't know.
But I mean, I'm excited to see what they do with him.
I know. Well,
hopefully something good.
They gave him a white hat.
He's a gem. He's a star too.
I know. He's a star. I mean, they
have talent there. When he was the whole crowd was doing Walk with Elias, man, he was one of my favorite people going.
Yeah, I know.
And then I don't know what happened. They just kind of faded to the background.
I know. Who knows? Well, Scholar, we'll see him next week. We'll see what he goes on. We'll be back next week. Say goodbye to people, Scholar. We're out.
See you later. Deuces.
Deuces.
Everybody.